Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 million by 1 million strategy roundtable for entrepreneurs. 1M by 1M, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups. And our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. In support of that mission, we do these free mentoring roundtables week after week after week, month after month, year after year. It started way back in 2008. So it's been a very long journey doing this, 635th roundtable today. So welcome, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you today. The event is being recorded. You don't need to take notes. I'd rather you focus on the conversation, and the recording will be available for you to refer to afterwards. All our recordings are on our YouTube channel, 1M1M Roundtables. On Twitter, we're at 1M1M and at Stromana. And I will put this up later. Right now, we have scheduled programming for a while. We have 5 pitches today, and 4 of the 5 are here. So definitely at least 4 pitches are happening, and the 5th person will see what happens. But if we have time, I will take questions. So save your questions till the end. The public chat will be open all through the session. So you're very welcome to engage with me, with the presenters, with one another in public chat. And then I will open up the phone line afterwards. All right, we're going to start with FlexyPe, Azeem Hussain. Azeem, please unmute your line and let's discuss your company.
Hey Salmana, hello. Hi everyone. So yeah, we can start, right?
Yes, please start.
Cool. So a quick introduction about me. This is Azeem. I'm the co-founder of FlexyPe. We are an AI-enabled checkout suite for specifically focusing on D2C brands, right? So our goal is to make the checkout faster, smoother, and wiser. Can you please go to the next slide? Yeah. So we are, as of now, 6 members team. It's been around 10 months since we have started the journey. Technically, I'm an AI engineer. Previously worked with around 260 plus D2C brands, some of the unicorns in India also. My core expertise is to build search engines and chatbots. My co-founder has an experience, more than 3 years of experience in software development. He has 12 plus patent filed, national and international already, and he has also built one product that was hash one on product hunt. And we have 4 other members: Amit, Ansar, Shreyas, and Amit. Both works on front end, back end, and business. So the problem, next slide, the problem what we have figured and what we are mainly focusing on. So as I said, I have in my previous role has worked with around more than 260 plus brands, and we notice that there is a lot of drop-offs happening on the checkout page itself, right? So people are, even any D2C brand you pick, right, who beauty care, hair care, or anything, they spend a lot of money on their Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads, and the users come to the website, they like the product, they go to the checkout. Still, there is 70% of desktop users and 86% of the mobile users that drop off because of maybe the page is untrusted and familiar, the brand is too small, the store forces to register, the user registration, making this mandatory thing. There would be a long address form, no additional discounts. Like usually the customers are focusing on a coupon experience like Zomato, if you guys know, or maybe Amazon and Flipkart, right? And then there is a less number of payment options. They are unable to proceed what they want, and it usually takes around 2.5 to 3 minutes to just complete the checkout page itself. So we saw the opportunity in the next slide. Key, the first thing what we have implemented is to make the entire checkout experience one click. We have in even rebuild the entire coupon experience by building our own coupon engine. We have implemented some of the interesting modules that offers some additional discounts and surprise gifts if someone is going for prepaid order. So this is one of the biggest problem of a D2C store owner is the RTO problem. In India, it happens because in India we have this cash on delivery availability, right? So someone is ordering a product as cash on delivery. The delivery guy reaches to the customer, and then he or she is unable to contact to the customer because of phone number is not right. The delivery guy is unable to find out the address, and because of this, on every single order that is being delivered or not, the store owner loses at least 50 rupees to 100 or 200 Indian rupees.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is making a, it's the store owners usually don't trust them. They cannot scale what they want, right? Because of these COD problems, the too many RTO orders, fraudulent orders, and all. Then there comes this payment orchestration module, which is again one problem. For example, sometimes we see for a payment gateway, they say ki as of now my this payment method X payment method is not working, please go to another payment method, right? So we have solved this problem internally ki you can integrate multiple payment gateways in different payment methods. So for example, as you see left hand side mein, you can literally use for UPI and QR code, you can redirect to payment gateway A. For EMIs, you can redirect to payment gateway B, and for maybe debit cards and credit cards, payment gateway C, to improve the transaction rates and success rates as well. Then there comes this one interesting module in the next slide I have mentioned, which is, can we please go to, yeah. So the RTO protection plan what we have implemented is an AI model that is in-house trained on 100 plus stores of data, where we automatically flag the users based. We actually give on each order whatever is being processed through us. We provide a rating. Ki, the what's the percentage of this would be a fraudulent order. Then there comes this smart upselling module we have implemented on the checkout itself that no one has in the industry as of now, except the biggest marketplaces in India, which would actually recommend, and this is just to highlight, is not similar to what you see on Amazon, something called frequently bought together. Being an AI engineer, I know the usage of that module and what we have implemented. So our goal is to actually upsell something along with you provide some benefits to the users. It could be, users are adding a product and getting some benefits, some next available coupon code, or they are waiving off the shipping charges, or they are waiving off the delivery charges, right? And then the third module, based on their purchases, we automatically recommend the most suitable payment option for them. Yeah, so our target market is basically almost all the D2C brands. We are industry agnostic. So our focus currently is the platform dependent stores. So when we say platform dependent stores like Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, and others, in future, what we are trying to build ourselves as a checkout as a service company, where you just plug and play our SDK, irrespective of whether you are on Shopify or you have built your custom website. The website, the entire checkout functionality should be live within maybe 5 minutes.
Azeem,
In the
whom do you sell to? Do you sell directly to the merchants?
Yes, we sell directly. We are a SaaS company, exactly.
So can you sell through the Shopify store, um, WooCommerce store, Magento store, etc., the
Yeah,
app stores? Yes.
yeah. Currently, we are live on Shopify. We are already live with around 20 plus brands processing 1 CR, 2 CR GMV in a quarter.
So all your merchants are Shopify merchants,
As
but
of now, are on
India-based,
Shopify.
India-based merchants.
Yeah, correct,
Why
correct.
is that? So on
So
Shopify, uh, are you just equipped to handle India-based merchants right now?
no, yeah. So Abhi, the focus is, Sarmana, to specifically focus on Indian brands, just because the Indian market of T2C is still too big, right? We are open. So the other solution, what we discussed, to implement an SDK based solution, right? That would be, we are focusing on international brands as well. But as of now, we are only serving Indian markets, because as you can see, it's still a massive market in India itself, having around 1.5 lakh stores already,
How
right?
many how many Indian merchants are Shopify stores?
Around in India, 56% of the e-commerce stores are on Shopify. After this, then WooCommerce.
Okay. All right, good. So you have a good
So
market there. Okay.
yeah, in total, the entire market just in India is $3 billion. Okay, and this is actually expected to grow. So as you can see, this is expected to grow, that we'll be having around 2.5 lakhs D2C brands in India itself, with a platform dependent and the custom made websites, right? So yeah, itself is too big. We have some competitors as well. They are serving around For example, GoQuick has 1200 plus stores, Shopflow has 500 stores, and Ecom 360 has 200 plus stores. If we can go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is a very interesting module what we have already delivered. So one of our brand is Denzo Fashion, where we have actually improved. So before coming to us, they were having 85% of the orders being placed via cash on delivery. After integrating with us, it got reduced to 38%. Right. So 62% of the orders now they are getting as in prepaid, and they are getting the immediate payment. Now the confidence is they can scale their ad spends and all. The Plor is one of our brand has seen at 45% jump in their revenue without spending an additional amount for ads. Mountainer has noticed around 35% reduction in their COD orders. Bus Power, just the module we mentioned, the upselling, smart upselling module, right? Okay, so this is again a interesting module, financial projections what we have implemented. So as of now, you can see the current slide. We are already processing more than 2.5 crore ka GMV. We are live with 20 stores. User base we have around 1 lakh plus. Almost we have already processed 7,500 orders, and the 2,50,000 ka revenue we are making, and cash burn is little high as of now. And we are expecting
Hold on 1 second. What is the revenue model? Is 250,000 what? Is that a MRR, ARR? What number is
this
that?
is this is a quarterly GMV, quarterly revenue.
Quarterly revenue.
Yeah.
So you are
So
charging on a monthly basis or a quarterly
yes.
basis?
So we charge
Monthly
just
basis.
like a payment gateway. The total number of orders, whatever you are processing, based on that, we charge starting from 0.8% to 1.5% on each order.
Oh, so you're not charging on a SaaS model. You're
No,
charging on a
we are not on
transaction model.
subscription basis. Yeah, pay as you go model.
Okay, so it's a transaction revenue, transaction
Yeah,
revenue.
exactly. So that's why we focused specifically on GMV. So for example, if we are processing 2.5 crores GMV, if you'll take 1%, so we are making somewhere around 2.5 lakhs quarterly.
So you're going to get to about 75 lakhs quarterly at the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah, that is
next
expected,
year.
correct. So we are also looking to raise seed round in the next quarter, April, May, June, May. If we'll be successfully
Do you
delivering that,
have
we'll
you don't have projections for the annual projections for the first 5 years, 3 years, 5 year projection?
actually, honestly, I haven't implemented the next 3 years what we'll be doing, right? So our main focus is, so we have built the plan for next 1.5 year, right? Our target is to hit
See,
100 plus year.
I understand what you've done, but you cannot raise money without a 5 year projection.
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking is that investors do not invest in companies unless they are convinced about velocity of growth and a
Okay.
certain target number. So the thumb rule is, if you're looking for venture capital investors to be involved, and the venture capital ecosystem, so whether it's micro VCs or angel investors, whatever your seed round turns out to be,
Yeah.
you will need to go from 0 to $100 million in revenue, annual revenue, in 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
And the
I
question
understand.
is, based on the business that you're trying to build, can you hit those kinds of numbers?
Understood.
So that's why you're going to need to figure out not just random numbers, you have to figure out what is the strategy of getting to those numbers. Like, for example, are you getting leads from Shopify? Okay, Shopify has 56% of the Indian market, Indian merchants. So, is Shopify sending you leads through the App Store? And how fast are those leads coming in, and how fast can you grow that business? How much, what is the TAM of the Shopify business, and in what time frame? What is the TAM of the WooCommerce business, etc.? So all of these are questions that you have to answer.
Understood.
Okay. Do you have questions besides what I have just told you? Do you have other
Yeah, I
questions?
think I think I had two questions. One you already answered. The other
What
one,
was
what
that
we are
question?
yeah. So the actually I was having one related to the seed round. I know, the financial projections is just the numbers, right? It doesn't mean anything to anyone. until
Financial
we don't.
projections alone, unsupported by strategy, is not going to get you financing.
Understood, understood. So I think we should add the strategy as well in this slide.
You have to have a strategy, and you have to have a defensible strategy that can basically make your financial projections credible.
Understood. And the other question I had actually, so some of our competitors, as I have shown in the slide side, so they are pretty big. They are funded also, but we know that still, just to highlight, we till that time it's been 1 year, almost 1 year. We have not yet spent 1 rupee for marketing and sales, right? Everything what we are doing is just cold calling, cold emailing manually, right? Our target is to, in the next quarter itself, we want to launch our product actually in public, right? It's the GTM which I'm unable to figure out ki how should we execute and compete with the bigger brands. Even some of our brands have already, we have churned from our competitors because our services, our features, benefits are good, right? But still, how should we differentiate ourselves in order to related to marketing and sales or product launch?
So to answer that question, I need to work with you on your competitive strategy. You haven't provided me with anything here based on
Yeah,
which I can answer that question. So, if you want to work with me further, I will explain later on. You have to join the premium program, and then I can, you have private roundtables where you can come every week and work with me, and I will guide you on that.
understood, understood.
Okay.
Cool.
But you
Thanks.
do need that strategy. Now, one thing I will tell you is that just because a company has raised a lot of money does not mean that they're going to be successful. One of the things that I am a firm believer in is that it's disciplined, strategic approach to go to market that wins the business. It's not pouring money that wins the market. So again, I cannot tell you what that strategy is
Yeah,
without
I understand.
working with you further, but I do know how to build those strategies.
Understood. Thank you for the
Very good
feedback.
work so far. So I think you may have seen my coverage of, as well as I have a Udemy course on this, bootstrapping by piggybacking. It's something that we like a lot, and I think what you're doing is a bootstrapping by piggybacking venture, and I think those are very interesting ventures, and they can be done quite cost effectively. So I wouldn't worry too much about competitors raising huge amounts of money. Let's figure out what is the go-to-market strategy, and that's how you're going to win the market. There's plenty of market there.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Okay, let's work with the next one. If you have questions, we can come back to it after I finish working with the others, okay?
Yeah,
Jishnu,
sure.
you're up next.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So my name is Jishnu. I am joining this from Dubai. So
Are you
actually,
based in Dubai, or are you just now in Dubai?
I'm working in. I am actually started the business in Dubai. I am actually from India. I've just so our company name is Woodpecker Sports Goods Manufacturing. This is a manufacturing company. So we are the production capacity is around 1.5 million shuttlecocks annually. We are having a factory size of 4,500 square feet. So we are having all the government approvals and all the license we are having. Can you go to the next slide, please? So this is 100% ownership. We are all the funds has been raised from my friends and my investments, all these things before. Current liability is around 500,000 AED, and milestone before starting the manufacturing.
You mean current liability is 500,000 AED?
It's including the funds we raised from my friends, family, all these things.
Well,
That's
that's not
liability.
that's not equity.
That is not equity. Equity we are not shared any to anyone. So this is
So
100%.
this is loan. You've raised debt.
I didn't get you.
This 500,000 is debt. Is it a loan?
Yeah, debt. Yes, that's what. Current liability is the debt.
Okay. All right.
So before starting the
What is
manufacturing,
500 AED in US dollars?
500 AED is approximately 150,000, 125,000.
Okay, keep going.
So our milestones is we have started the trading first of badminton shuttlecocks in UAE and see how the market is and all these things for 2 years. Then we have seen a very big, huge market in UAE as well as in all GCC countries. Because this manufacturing is only in China, 97% of this manufacturing is only in China, and 1 or 2% is in India and Malaysia. So that's why we have decided to why don't we start a manufacturing company here, and so that we can do all the shuttlecocks here, because this product is daily consumable product. It is not like anything else. It's a daily consumable product like food. A badminton player need this one every day, and
So
one hour.
have you started selling already? Is the
Yeah, we have
product
already
selling?
started selling. Yes,
And you're
yes.
selling wholesale to retail stores, or how are you selling?
We are selling to retail stores, wholesale stores, players, academies. We are, and this product is something like even it is not good. For example, if it is not up to the quality, this one is the huge demand for the training people, kids. So the training kids
What is your
are
current revenue?
buying. Yes.
What is the current revenue of the company?
Current revenue right now, that's what it will come one by one slide, so that it will be very clear. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this product? The product advantages is daily consumable product. It is non-perishable. It's having a huge profit.
Yeah, I've
There
got
is
all
no
that.
production.
So let's keep moving.
Yeah. And what are the strength? And because we are doing the manufacturing here in UAE, there is a tax exemption for India. So that market also is a big market for us. So if you go to the next slide. So these are the product details. These are the product pictures. And if you see the past 10 years, how the market is gone. So currently, the current consumption here is annually, monthly, if it is taking 90,000, approximately current consumption is 1.4 million shuttlecocks every year is required in UAE. Our production capacity is only 100,000. That means we are only having a capacity of 10% of the market in UAE, alone in UAE. So that means for 1 hour in UAE, they required, the current demand is 6,000 shuttlecocks per hour. Can you go to the next slide? So the global manufacturers, if you see, 97% is from China and very few from India, Malaysia, and all other things. That means that much the monopoly is with China. So the price of the shuttlecocks they are handling completely globally. Here, that's why we are planning to have a manufacturing unit here. We thought it was very easy. That's why we decided to start the
Can
manufacturing
you
all
match the pricing, the Chinese pricing?
the Chinese pricing is for this all this brand is 150 AED for one tube. We are selling at 75. That means half of the price.
And is that profitable for you?
Yes, that is huge profitable. With that profit, we can generate. Can you go to the next slide, please? So there is a video actually. You can see the production facilities and all. I don't know whether this will work here.
No, I don't want to see production facilities. Please keep going with
Okay.
the pitch.
So this one currently we are having a 1.4 million shuttlecocks yearly we can manufacture. We are having around 20 machines and we are having 5 staffs actually currently. And there are a lot of quality checks. We thought it was a easy one, but it is not easy. It's the most complicated product. That's why this Chinese will not tell or anything regarding the this physical things and all the engineering things they will not do. And currently we have given to tournaments, shops, resellers, direct customers, academies, individual resellers, wholesalers, OEM customers. Even there are people who want their own brand, so we are doing that one also. And currently we are selling to UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, all these GCC countries, we are currently selling it right now. So this is the forecast we are having. The product, we took almost 2 years to have the complete product development phase. Even for that, we are making a small amount of 270. The product was not ready. We are just trying our level best to make it perfect. Now the product is ready. So that's why we are looking for a investor who can invest so that we can increase the mass production to the mass production. So yeah.
You know, in 1 million by 1 million, we do tech businesses, tech and tech-enabled services businesses.
Actually, that also I also don't know, because this is the first time we are looking for an investor, and we actually don't know how to contact with investors, how to go, and because this is the first time
if you let me finish, I can give you some guidance on that.
Yeah.
If you
So
are looking for investment for a manufacturing facility, if your primary need is manufacturing facility, and if you're already in revenue, so this revenue is in AED. What does that mean? 2024, what kind of revenue are you projecting in US dollars?
1.5 million is approximately 500,000.
500,000 US dollars. And what is the cost of a manufacturing plant for you? What you have set up now, how much does that cost?
We have already invested 1.5 million USD.
In the plant.
Yes.
So you need another 1.5 million to double the capacity with another plant like that? Is that what you're saying?
No, it is not for the capacity. This one, what we are planning is to increase the production capacity, to buy maximum raw materials, and this is the capital, because we don't have right now, we are running short of capital, because we never expected this much amount will be having for the production, because this production capacity does not need that much amount. That amount is mainly required for the raw materials, and we are having only one line production capacity. We want one more 2 or 3 lines to increase the production capacity to at least match 30 to 40% of the current demand in UAE.
So you can build more production lines within your current facility.
Yes, yes.
But you're lacking in raw material financing.
Raw materials, and we are capital investment we are actually lacking, because we never expected this product development phase, which took 2 years.
So how much are you trying to raise?
We are planning to raise 1.5 million USD.
And how does that split between capital equipment and raw material?
See, this is raw material. We want at least, if in terms of AED, it will be 1 million we need it.
I'm sorry, I can't do the math. If you give me half
Yeah,
of
in
half
USD,
of
if
it,
you are
then
taking,
I
it will
can't
be
do the math
around,
in my head
yeah,
of
I
all
will
the
tell in
conversion.
USD, it will be around 250 to 300,000 USD. We want raw materials, and we are planning to have one more line for that, will be approximately 300 to 400 or 500,000 for the one more line, but that not do currently right now.
No, can you precisely answer my question? I'm asking you something very specific. What is the split between how much you are trying to raise for raw material financing and how much you're trying to raise for capital equipment financing for your additional lines?
300,000 for raw materials, approximately 300 to 400 for this additional lines.
Okay.
And 200,000 at least for the marketing and all the other things. We have not done anything right now.
But you are getting orders. How are you getting orders without marketing then?
Because see, I am a professional badminton player. I know almost 90%, 90 to 95% of all the players and academies here in UAE. And that's why, because we are getting all the academies orders regularly.
So then why do you need to waste $200,000 in marketing?
No, that one we need. We don't have a website. We don't have any online
It doesn't
facilities.
cost $200,000 to build a website.
No, we need to have one more production facility and all the
No.
tournament actually.
I've asked you, what are you going to spend the money that you want to raise for? You've answered 300,000 in raw materials, 300 to 400,000 in production equipment, capital equipment, and $200,000 in marketing. I'm
No, we are
questioning
not
what you put
planning
the
to
marketing.
spend 200,000. We are keeping it as reserve for marketing and sales because we need to conduct some of the tournaments, higher end tournaments that will be on higher rates actually, international
So
tournaments.
here's what you can do. On the capital equipment financing, you should be able to finance that with a term loan from the bank. Since you already have a $500,000 revenue company going and you are getting orders constantly, it shows that the business is working, you're getting orders, you're able to fulfill orders, etc. So banks will give you loans, you will be able to finance with loans the capital equipment with the equipment itself as collateral. So term loan financing is viable in your situation. Raw material financing also, I think, is viable. You have to talk to the bank to see how much they're going to give you in working capital or
Because
inventory
when we
finance.
contacted the banks, they told minimum 3 years is required for a startup to get a loan. That's why we are also confused to have a investor or someone who can we can give some
But
equity
you've
to
already
them.
been in business since 2021, you said.
No. 2021 we started the trading company, and 2022 we started the manufacturing company. So both are different license. When we started 2022, because in UAE we need a license for trading, or both are different license. For
Yeah.
2021, we are having a trading license that we closed in 2022, and we took a manufacturing license.
Okay. In that case, your best bet is friends and family financing. I don't
Which
think
one?
you're going to be able to friends and family financing.
Yeah,
The
that's
kind
why
of
with the
business you're in,
friends and family only we have come up to here. So we want someone who can support also in terms of so that we can compromise on some of the equity to them. That's what we are planning.
yeah, this is my assessment is this is not the kind of business that will get venture capital funding. So because there's no technology in here. It's a manufacturing company. So for manufacturing companies, financing tends to be either bank financing or family known network financing. You're a professional badminton player, go do a financing round within the badminton community. Is there in the UAE, is there a crowdfunding platform? You can use your existing performance and do a crowdfunding campaign and get the clubs and academies to participate, and you can do crowdfunding on this because you already have an existing business.
Okay.
But venture capital financing will be very difficult to have.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Do you
we
understand
also.
crowdfunding?
Yeah, I understood, but I even was little bit confused because this is the first time in Middle East. Nobody has tried this one. So even
So
though
there
we
is
have
no
come up,
crowdfunding platform in the Middle East?
actually we don't know. When
So you
we are
have to
checking
research
all
that.
the,
That you have to research whether you can find a crowdfunding platform in the Middle East or not. You have to research because the issue is that it's a Middle East a registered company. So if you try to do crowdfunding somewhere else in Europe or America, that's going to be a problem because it's not registered in Europe or America. The
yeah,
company is
there are
registered in
having
the
lot
Middle
of
East, but
rules
you
and
have to do the
regulations here.
crowdfunding in the
That's
Middle
why we
East.
are also stuck actually, stuck with the
You don't need to be
current.
stuck. Go do some research and figure out where what are their options on crowdfunding in the Middle
Yeah,
East.
that's why we are actually looking for all the possibilities. That's why we thought that this one is one of the platforms, so that's why we joined and participated.
Good. Well, I gave you some input. Now you can
Okay.
use that input and try to move forward.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're doing great. You know, what is the worst that's going to happen? You're going to grow a little bit slower than you would like to. Big deal. You know, as long as you're growing and building a profitable business, you will build a successful company. And that's the only thing that matters.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Pam, you're next.
Oh, yes. Hello, Shimona. Is that correct? Did I say that
Shimona,
correct?
yes.
So nice to meet you. Thank you again for the opportunity. My name is Pamela Norton. I'm the CEO and founder of TitleChain. And just a bit about myself. I've been in tech my entire career, in disruptive tech, which I think is the most difficult because we end up being evangelists very early on for technology that is difficult to bring to market, right? When you have disruptive tech that no one understands even what you're talking about, it is a long road. I've had many startups, some exits, and what I want to talk about is this digital asset trust deficit we have. If you're familiar at all with the news about FTX, which was a digital asset exchange for cryptocurrencies. This company had raised $9 billion and lost $9 billion, and their entire accounting system was based on QuickBooks. And as you know, QuickBooks is really set for small businesses. So we have a huge accounting problem, and hence what comes in, you've got lawyers that come in, 25 million went right out of the gate in investors' money taken for legal fees. So there's a lot of not only distrust, but confusion in the market. Next, please. So the problem that we're solving is, as you see, trillions in new GDP coming in for entrepreneurs, as well as tens of millions of entrepreneurs being funded. They are going to be funded in their wallet. The new way that you're entering the internet is with a wallet. And what that wallet is your personal assets, right? Whether it's your identity, whether it's your business, whether it's your personal assets, they will all have a token that will be representative of what's in your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on this journey for quite some time. When I launched Forsetta Labs in 2017, we've been securing high value assets on the blockchain. We have issued, based on our patent that was awarded last year, it's for a decentralized title transfer of any asset. We create what's called a non-fungible token. There's a lot of confusion in the market about what an NFT is, and the underlying technology behind it just means it represents a unique asset. So you are unique, your company is unique, and your IP is unique. We began last year with our MVP tokenizing you, your company, and your intellectual capital, because that's where everything begins. Next. So we have just completed an agreement, a joint development agreement with a company called SoftLedger. They compete with Sage, they compete with NetSuite, which are the larger accounting systems, at a third of the cost. They have a cryptocurrency component. It's a module in your accounting system that we are embedding in TitleChain. So we register you, we register your company, we register your intellectual capital, and now we register your chart of accounts, your accounting system. So these are real world assets that not only is it just cryptocurrency on your books, but now you can tokenize your intellectual capital, you can tokenize the software licensing that goes with that intellectual capital for your business. We adhere to what's called GAAP standards here in the United States for GAAP accounting, as well as IFRS, which is International Global Standards for Accounting. Next.
Pam, can I stop you here for a moment?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you some questions because the pitch is quite confusing.
Yeah, this is my more technical one. Yeah, so this is when I'm talking to people that are very Web3 centric.
It has nothing to do with Web3 centric or anything. As an investor pitch or as a pitch, this doesn't work. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, great.
So what's in your wallet is not your pitch. What is your business? What are you pitching here? If you're pitching infrastructure for accounting, are you doing the QuickBooks of crypto?
A combination, yes. So that's where it begins. That's the problem we're solving now. We solve the problem of who are you, what's your company, and then there's an issue of
Then why are you starting with what's in your wallet? What the hell is what's in your wallet?
because your wallet is your accounting system.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
This pitch doesn't work. I'm telling you, this pitch doesn't work.
Okay.
If you are trying to build the QuickBooks of crypto, start with that. It's one of the easiest elevator pitches in the world, right? Everybody knows, anybody you're going to be pitching to will know QuickBooks. Anybody you're going to be pitching to will know that crypto doesn't have that infrastructure.
Right.
So if you say, I'm doing the QuickBooks of crypto, and this is why that is important, that is about as simple a pitch as possible. And you have taken me through 5 slides of blah, 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 and I didn't understand what the hell you're talking about. The only thing I understood, because I'm experienced, right? I do this in my sleep. I dissect people's pitches, listen to people's pitches, and spit it back to them in, digestible format. Right. So that's why I could extract that nugget out of this pitch. The 5 slides that you have presented so far are a complete wastage of time.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you're building is the QuickBooks of crypto.
Yes. And and the QuickBooks of
now that we have established that,
right.
Tell me more about how you're going to do this.
Yes. So the QuickBooks of crypto is going to tokenize carbon credits. Carbon credits in the market today there's no transparency. We are focused on companies that are providing energy transition. We've secured their IP, their intellectual capital. Now we will secure their carbon credits in their accounting, in their wallet.
Stop there. Carbon trading is not necessarily tokenized, right?
It's not today.
And it doesn't have to be tokenized. Carbon trading, if you tell me that you're going to provide the QuickBooks style accounting system for managing carbon trading, I would buy that. You don't need to complicate that by saying you need tokens and blah, 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 because carbon trading is happening out there. And it is not necessarily happening through tokens, it's happening. And there is a pain point there that it doesn't have an accounting system. So if you say that I will solve the problem of carbon trading accounting systems,
right,
is, again, it adds another layer that doesn't have to be even crypto. That is QuickBooks for carbon trading. So now let me ask you the question. Are we doing carbon trading QuickBooks? Are we doing crypto QuickBooks? Are we doing it, blah, blah. What QuickBook are we doing?
Real world assets. Real world assets.
Too vague. That's too vague. You need to be as precise as possible. What I like about the QuickBooks for carbon trading is that this is very precise.
Right.
And it's very specific. Problems get solved if you can get really specific, identify a really specific problem that there is a gap in. Now, I'm kind of assuming there is no QuickBooks for carbon trading. Is that true? Is that a correct assumption?
There are people that have QuickBooks that do not have a token that's referencing that carbon credit. They do not show that on their balance sheet. What I'm saying is they can actually show the asset on their balance sheet, either as a future revenue, as a collateralized. Right now, it's not on the balance sheet. We're putting it on the balance sheet.
Okay.
So whether you have future carbon credits, you have credits that you're buying right now. There's a maker and taker, and what's happening is there's a problem that the Googles and the rest of them want good credits, but they can't get them, and they're very expensive.
Okay.
So if you actually can show on your books that I have 500 million in rec credits that I'm going to trade and transfer with you, I can do it wallet to wallet now. I don't need to go to an exchange. I don't need to use paper. And what's being used right now is paper, hence the 54 billion in fraud. People actually obviously are questioning the value and the credentialing of that. And that's what the blockchain gives us.
I'm questioning a lot of things, because if you try to insert yourself in the middle of the carbon trading workflow, then you have to understand the carbon trading workflow intimately. You have to understand all the systems and processes that are already being used there, and then figure out where you can insert tokens and whether the market will be open to that and all of those things.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that you have done that homework.
Right. So we have a relationship with Blockchain for Energy that has 1,200 members. It's run by Exxon, Chevron, and so forth.
Okay.
They are trying to bring the transparency to the marketplace. Our focus is to be, we are a member, is to tokenize those members, to provide them an accounting cloud service on the blockchain for these carbon credits to be able to be valued on their balance sheet, as well as then giving them the opportunity to trade in a decentralized marketplace.
So how many of these
That's our target right now.
Members of this exchange have you had conversations with? How well do you understand their workflows and their needs, etc.?
Yeah, we've spent 2 years doing it. Yes,
And
the RIN market is our first, and there's 2 billion of those that trade every year, and they trade by paper basically. I call you, hey, I've got, 500,000 RINs. They trade for $3 right now. So there is a significant pain and a significant pressure for specifically companies here in the US, right, to ensure that that they're meeting their 2030 ESG requirements.
Okay, so that's promising. My guidance to you is to start becoming as specific as possible of exactly.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
This is very 30,000 foot level kind of preaching kind of presentation that I don't like at all.
Yep. So this is our registry. This is what our MVP, we have proven over the last year. We create a token of you, your company, your wallet. You become a member. We make money on a annual recurring revenue, a SaaS model for the accounting service, starting with a sole proprietor, starting at $70 a month. We also then make money on the tokenization of those assets that you want to tokenize. We have a minting fee. We have a title transfer agent fee. That's our protocol that we're developing.
All these pricing stuff that you're rattling off, what is the market? The companies, these 1,200 companies, what kind of companies are they? Are they SMBs? Is that what you're going after?
So those are the pilot projects. Right now, we're focused on DAOs, and a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. There's 16,000 globally, and 40% are not legal. So we are focused initially on those. They're the quickest path for us because they're already basically.
These are not carbon trading people. These are
There are in that. Yes, there are funds that are being set up that are trading carbon credits, that are also funding projects. So this is how projects are actually getting funded as well.
And this is the $70 per month category?
70 is just basically just an individual trader, for example. So a small proprietor.
So what in the 16,000, what do you have? What are we talking about?
In the what?
These 16,000 you just mentioned, what do we have there?
So that represents 2 million wallets. We're targeting 2 million wallet holders right now to convert them to our intro system. They get registered, they pay $250, they get their wallet registered, they get their company registered, and they get their basically master chart of accounts. And then if they want more, there's additional services that we will charge for. But right now, our focus is the next year, focusing on the medium to small. These again are mostly traders, funds that are participating in a very decentralized autonomous initiative. So these are not, we have traditional businesses, but they're not going to come along right now because they're not, they aren't computer savvy enough. But we have the 1,200 members that we're targeting within Shell and Exxon that have more, what's the word I want to say, more sophistication than a small oil and gas company. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Why don't I switch to letting you ask questions? What can I answer for you?
Yeah, so here's my dilemma right now. If you could go back to my timeline, and this is very helpful.
It's unreadable. That's the other problem with your slides. I can't understand anything because it's like the blobs of text.
Yeah.
Paragraphs on slides are completely useless. The only thing I'm saying this for every one of you in the room. If you want to use slides effectively, put no more than 3 bullet points in big letters, and that's it.
Right.
These like rambling text doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't read your timeline. It's my
Oh, okay.
feedback.
Yeah, so where we've come, we've spent a lot of R&D over the years, from designing out the first system on a chip, AI system on a chip for the US government. So that's where a lot of our work has been done, is R&D. Our focus right now is launching our platform with Soft Ledger, which is the crypto wallet, right? And so focusing on that, we also have a fund that we're setting up. And so my I guess conundrum right now is we're either going to get money through our fund or through our crypto wallet. And we're negotiating some things right now from a fund in Abu Dhabi, because Abu Dhabi has the digital asset laws in place. And so my question to you is, right now, do I pivot and talk and basically take the crypto accounting wallet off and just focus on the fund right now with what our protocol can do, and just solely focus on crypto accounting as a service?
You have to do
that
one
provides-
business.
Mhm.
I think the problem that you are trying to solve, from what I'm gathering from both your pitch and your questions, is you're trying to do too many things.
Right.
And it's hard enough to build one
Right.
business. You cannot build multiple businesses in parallel. So you have to decide which one you want to build and what that is going to be. So to me, something digestible could have been the carbon trading, QuickBooks for carbon trading
Right.
business. That could be a SaaS business, and that could be a manageable business.
Right.
So whatever in this portfolio of stuff that you have presented,
Right.
pick one thing that is manageable, that is digestible, and
Right.
focus on that. I don't think you can do all of these things.
Right. Yeah, because it's an infrastructure problem, as you know, as you see. And it's like we've been pegging the holes for 6 years now, right? And now the technology is here. Now the market's here. Now we have clarity with the SEC. And it's like, okay, what's our quickest path? Is the quickest path from an annual recurring on a SaaS model for carbon credit trading? Is it then just opening up our asset fund and doing the slow rollout where we're just doing carbon credits and then moving to real world assets? But thank you. I appreciate
It's
it.
going to take you any business. You do the carbon credit business, it's going to take you 5-7 years to just build that business.
Right.
So you have to adjust your mindset to building one business and not keeping all options open. And right now, what I'm hearing is that you're not clear on what that business is that you're willing to commit to, and you're constantly thinking about what's next. Focus on what's now. Don't focus
Right.
on what's next.
Right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Maureen, is Abdul Hakim Al-Kilani here? Or should I skip over? I see Chibueza Izugbo trying to, okay, we're skipping this one. Krishnadas?
Yeah, hi, Sriram, good morning.
Good morning.
It's really a pleasure for the opportunity present to you. I've been following your posts for the last 2-3 years
Yeah,
through
that's
LinkedIn.
great.
Really appreciate the work you're doing. Thank you. I'm Krishnadas Ganapathy, and I'm the founder of Pradaan Innovation Labs. And we are a blue ocean nanotechnology company, and we are driven by innovation and powered by customers. Actually, during COVID, one of my best friend lost his wife to COVID. So I took upon the problem of solving the airborne diseases initially. So we had a solution the key focus was to solve the problem of airborne disease using a mask which kills microbes on contact. So far, the status is that we are done with the MVP and we are going through the regulatory approval from India and Europe. So this is our first product. Basically, this is all about nanotechnology. So what our problem statement is, over 2 billion people don't have access to clean air or secondary transmission. If you visit a hospital, you are going to get an infection from that hospital, whether you are admitted in the hospital or not admitted. So this 2 billion people are suffering from that problem of secondary transmission in hospitals. So the next, what we are doing is the big problem that we are trying to solve. We are trying to solve here. So the TAM is around 30 billion, and we are trying to serve around 70 million of it.
Krishnadas, you can't jump from this problem set statement to market size because you haven't told me what is it that you're doing.
Yeah, we are right now doing solving the problem of secondary transmission in the infrastructure, hospital, the healthcare infrastructure. That's a problem we are solving now.
Say that again. Secondary what?
Secondary transmission. That is, if you visit a hospital, you'll get infection from some other person
Yeah, okay.
through air.
So you are, your customer base is the hospitals.
Yeah, yeah.
And what is the product?
The product is a face mask which kills microbes within seconds of contact, including TB, COVID, and other dangerous microbes.
So it's a mask.
Yeah.
Again, why do you start with these, boil the ocean kinds of problem statements? Why can't you be very specific about what you're doing? A business is not this like very large, broad statement. A good pitch, a good business pitch is as precise as possible. So what do? You create masks for hospitals to prevent secondary infection, transmission of secondary infections. That's
Yeah.
what you do. Why do you need all this blah, blah, blah? And that is not a $30 billion market. How is
So
it a
this,
$30 billion market?
it's a $1 billion market. Yeah.
All right, so there is technology in this mask that is specific to undifferentiable, I presume, yes?
Yeah, it is unique in the world.
Unique in the world, okay. And what proof points do you have? What intellectual property protection do you have on that technology?
We have patent granted in India, and we are filing an international patent for that in US, Europe, and Japan.
And you've done thorough competitive analysis?
Yes, we have competitors in the woven segment, which is not allowed in the regulatory, but in non-woven segment that we are in, we are the only player. So it's very difficult to do this. There are two type of fabric that is used in the mask. Fabric, a textile. One is woven and one is non-woven.
Woven and non-woven, okay. And what is
Woven
yours?
fabric can be easily made compatible to kill the microbe, but making a non-woven fabric is difficult. So we have done the difficult part first, right?
I see.
So we don't
your
have any
product is
competition in the world
non-woven.
in the non-woven category.
And what is the advantage of woven versus non-woven or non-woven versus woven?
Woven is little bit easier to make it compatible to the nanoparticles.
So
But
what
non-woven is
if
difficult.
hospitals just use woven fabric? What is the case for using non-woven fabric?
The regulatory throughout the world doesn't accept woven fabrics in the mask.
I see. Okay. Okay. So all these kinds of questions that I'm asking you need to be in your pitch.
Yeah.
Right? Because your core point is that you are providing non-woven fabric, mask made of non-woven fabric, and that's what regulatory processes require.
Yeah.
And that's your USP, so to speak.
Yeah.
So what is the situation right now? Is this something that anybody is using, any hospital is using?
We have few hospitals out in India who have trialed it, given the help in pilot, and the pilot is successful, and we have done almost with the customer base of around 40,000 customer base, and they had a very good results.
Okay.
And the lab test results is also very successful, which was tested on actual microbes like COVID and TB.
Okay.
So now we are going for the regulatory approval like European certification, and then uh, CE marking, and then post that NIOS and FDA.
Where are these two hospitals that you are doing the pilots in?
It is based out of my local city, and they have
In
the
Kerala.
Doctors Association is also using it. Indian Doctors Association. Is also.
In Kerala, these are two hospitals in Kerala.
Yeah.
Then why do you need European approval for that?
We are planning for export to around 50 countries.
No, you don't need if you have two orders, two successful hospital situations in India, first order of business is to sell to those hospitals.
That is a pilot order we had given, and the pilot lot to test the technology we had developed. So that we had done in a very small customer base, and the infection scenario is pretty similar worldwide. So the
No, but
results can be extrapolated.
if you have a successful pilot in two hospitals, aren't they going to give you bigger orders based on the success?
Yeah, they are ready to give big orders.
Okay. What is the scale of orders that they're ready to give you?
Right now, there are around 5 to 10 hospitals. We can scale it up to, I would say, around 3 million USD.
3 million USD, you can scale based on the 5 to 10 hospitals in
Pilot
Kerala
of
that
10-15 hospitals in India alone.
Okay, so that's the first order of business. You need to execute on that first thing.
Yeah. Yeah, understood.
And it seems to me that you don't need any additional regulatory approval for doing business in India, right?
We do have the Indian government regulatory approval is going on, which will be completed by May, and the European approval will be done by June.
Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, this seems like a bootstrapping scenario.
Yeah, it is bootstrap now. So we do plan to bootstrap for some till 10 million USD revenue. Later on, we'll go for an investor when we have a good size and good visibility going on.
Again, it's a manufacturing company, so it's basically how much you can produce and fulfill the orders, get the orders, fulfill the orders, place the
Yeah, but in using nanotech technology as a backbone.
yeah. I guess you could position it somehow in the medical instrumentation kind of category and try to raise money from that
Yeah.
world. Because the IT venture capital world is not where this belongs.
No, it's in the medical healthcare field.
Yeah, but it's not healthcare IT, it's in medical instrumentation.
Medical devices.
It's not medical device, so to speak. It's medical instrument, kind
Yeah.
of. It's not a medical device, really. Okay. So you got your answer. You have to continue to bootstrap and start executing. It sounds like you've got very good results on the pilots.
Yeah.
So if you have very good results on the pilots and the hospitals are willing to give you big orders, I would not look this way and that. I would just execute on that business, get as many hospitals as possible going, and just build up the business. You don't even need to worry about financing.
Yeah, it's not about the money. Actually, this is my third company, bootstrap company. So my question actually, once the regulatory approval comes from Europe and India, then we can go anywhere except the North American market. So and we need not change any process for next 10 years.
So why do you have doubts that you cannot build a billion-dollar company by bootstrapping? Bootstrapping up to a point will open up, if you can execute on what you're saying, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million in pure revenue-based business, there are lots of financial instruments available to you. You can get inventory financing, you can get bank financing, you can get receivable financing. There are all kinds of ways you can accelerate if you need cash. But my guess is you will not need any of that if you can really execute the way you're saying you can execute on orders. Zoho is a billion-dollar company, billion-dollar revenue company without one penny of outside financing.
Yeah.
So you have
That is
under your
my
nose
question,
a
because
great example of a company that has been fully bootstrapped and is today, if you actually took Zoho out to the public market, it would be valued at, probably $20 billion.
yeah, that's my
It's
question,
only
because
bootstrap company.
I never seen any bootstrap company getting into the $1 billion corporate. That is my question, and the work we do is very important for the world.
But I'm telling
So
you, Zoho is a 100% bootstrap company that by choice has chosen to remain public. I'm sorry, chosen to remain private. They have not gone public. They could have gone public anytime they wanted to because they're highly profitable, billion-dollar revenue company. They can go public anytime they want, but they don't want to go public. That's their choice.
that was my question for you. So I was waiting for the right opportunity, because last 2-3 years I have been following a post in LinkedIn, and I'm really the judgment day has come. So I hope I was good.
I think you will do very well if I think if you just execute, I think you will build a wonderful company. So congratulations on the distance that you have come, and I think it's very, very promising. What you're doing is very important, and I think it would be wonderful to be able to build it as a high momentum, bootstrap company. No problem.
That's critical. The
And there will
momentum.
be plenty. If you need financing options, there will be plenty of financing options that are, not necessarily the IT venture capital world options, but there are options.
Yeah.
See, anytime you can bootstrap your way to a successful, profitable business that has some scale and some momentum, lots of financing options are available out there. Private equity is another option. So don't worry about, if you can execute and if you can deliver on good metrics, financing options abound. But at the same time, you can also build very large companies purely by bootstrapping.
Yeah.
Both of those are options.
Yeah, but I would be not applying for a venture capital till we at least 10 million USD
Okay,
per
good.
revenue.
Well, then you have your work cut out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to take a little bit of time to get to 10 million.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, Krishnadas.
Thank you.
Chibueze Izugbo, I'm not sure what you're trying to do.
Yep.
If
Okay.
you have not
Can you hear me?
submitted your pitch deck, if you want to submit your pitch deck, I would
No, I
suggest.
submitted my pitch deck before. I have submitted my pitch deck. I just don't know when it's my turn. So I want to know, how do I know when it's my turn to pitch?
Maureen, what is he talking about? He's not on the roster today. Why does he think that he has submitted his pitch deck? Okay, Maureen, I'm going to let you sort this out with him and guide me what to do. In the meantime, let me explain to you how to use 1 million by 1 million for those of you who want to continue on and work with us. Before I do that, if you like what we do, as you can see, I'm giving you very clear feedback and very blunt feedback on what works in your pitch, what doesn't work on your pitch, what works in your strategy, what doesn't work on your strategy. If you like that kind of cut and dry approach, very precise, very specific, please refer 1M to other serious entrepreneurs who want to build serious businesses. Everything we do is available on 1M1M.com. Everything is virtual. You can access us from anywhere in the world. There is a free blog series that many of you probably follow already, and it's very rich. The Entrepreneur Journeys book series has 12 volumes of case study-based books. You can start your learning there. These free roundtables happen every week or every other week, depends on what travel schedules are, etc. This summer, we're going to go to a more regular weekly schedule because I'm not traveling. I just got back from a lot of travel. Last 6 months, I've traveled a lot, so we haven't had it weekly roundtables, but now I'm back and I'm going to be in one place for 6 months. So we will be more regular, and you can pitch once for free. After that, if you want ongoing interactions, you need to be in the premium program. And if you haven't pitched yet, that one opportunity that you have, you should go register on the free roundtables page and book your slot, and Maureen will schedule you. And if you have booked a slot and not shown up for your pitch, it's going to be you better have a very good explanation, otherwise you will not get another slot to pitch, because you're taking away somebody else's slot who had wanted to pitch. And we gave you the slot, and if you waste that slot, we don't look upon that well. The premium program is our full acceleration program. We have extensive methodology guidance. We have a curriculum. We help you with business development. We have roundtables like this every week. You can come talk to me on a weekly basis. We also help you with financing and media relations. The self-assessment on the 1M1M website is a free tool that takes you through due diligence questions that investors would ask you. I tend to like to advise you to do your own due diligence on your own business, the same way an investor would do it, because that will give you a good strategic planning framework. And you can come and work with me within 1M using this framework as well. We have a free bootstrapping course on our blog, pinned to the top, that's less than 1 hour long. And I strongly recommend you do that. It is very, very important that you understand the importance of bootstrapping in building a business. A lot of learning today is available through our 80+ Udemy courses. So you can also start your learning on Udemy. This link, Maureen, could you please cut and paste this link into the public chat? Will give you coupons for discounts on Udemy. That's another way you can also learn. Or you can access our entire curriculum on our website, 1M1M Basic. And that's $99 a month. That's it. Go look at the website, dig around what to expect from Premium, Basic, Udemy, video FAQs, the curriculum description. Everything is case study based. What we have created here is an opportunity for you to stand on the shoulder of other entrepreneurs who have done this before. And that's really powerful. On investor introductions, we have a policy. You have to get to a point where we can introduce you to investors. We will help you get to that point if your business has those characteristics. But there are, not everybody who joins right away gets introduced to investors, because there are criteria, fundability criteria in investors and introducing you to investors, and you have to get to that point. Our philosophy, the mantra, is do not go to investors as beggars, go as kings. We're not going to send you to investors to get rejected offhand. We want you to be strong so that investors want to invest in you. And therefore, our philosophy is bootstrap first, raise money later. That's it. In April, we have 2 roundtables. And in May, Maureen, I would like to do roundtables every week. We will talk about that after this session is over. And we may add another roundtable in April as well towards the end of the month. So we'll discuss all that and discuss the schedule. But in the meantime, these are on the roster already, and you guys can start signing up according to your convenience. That is it. If anybody else wants to ask questions, now is a good time. You can ask questions through public chat. You can ask questions by dialing in or by turning on your computer audio. Pamela, welcome. I am glad you found the insights helpful. And Chibueze, from what I gather, you have not sent slides. At least Maureen doesn't have your slides, so she cannot help you. Irina is your contact after this program if you have questions about the 1M1M program. So you can contact her, Irina, at 1M1M.com, and she'll help you. You're welcome, Azeem. Anybody else? Any other questions before we adjourn? Yes, no?
I'll be traveling to US in October or November, so maybe I can meet up with you.
Azeem, I suggest you join the program if you want to work with me. I don't really work in person with people.
No,
This is a virtual
this is
accelerator.
Krishnadas.
So if you want to work with me, join the program and we can start working, tomorrow. Leslie Young is asking, are all of your services focused on tech businesses? It's tech and tech-enabled services. So we do e-commerce, we do online education, online healthcare, etc. But it's all tech-enabled services. Leslie, what is your business? E-commerce, okay? Yeah, that's very much within the purview of 1M1M. We've done a lot of e-commerce. Anybody else? All right, folks, we will wrap up for today and I will see you next time. Bye, good luck, keep making lots of progress. See you.